Hi, this is Jeline from the Honors Tutorial. Our topic for today is about the distance formula for Mathematics 10. Let us have the distance formula itself. D equals square root of the quantity of x sub 2 minus x sub 1 squared plus the quantity of y sub 2 minus y sub 1 squared. Let us have our first example. We have here 2 and negative 3 and 10 and negative 3. So let us have our solution here. Let us identify first which is x sub 1 and x sub 2. This is x sub 1, this is y sub 1, this is x sub 2, and this is y sub 2. Now let us have the formula. D equals the square root of x sub 2. The quantity of x sub 2, that is 10, minus x sub 1. X sub 1 is 2 squared plus the quantity of y sub 2, that's negative 3, minus y sub 1, that's negative 3 squared. Let's continue solving. So that is the square root of 10 minus 2, that is 8. So we have here 8 squared plus plus negative 3. Negative times negative is positive, so plus 3 squared. Let's continue solving. So we have here the square root of 8 squared, that is 64. 8 squared meaning 8 times 8 because your exponent is telling you how many times are you going to multiply the base to itself, and that is twice. So that's why we have here 8 times 8. If I expand this, it will become 8 times 8, and that is equal to 64. So that's why we have here 64 plus negative 3 plus 3, that is 0. It is because we have here negative and positive numbers, so therefore we have to subtract the numbers. 3 minus 3 is 0, and then squared. Then let's continue solving. We have here square root of 64 plus 0 squared, that is 0. And then 64 plus 0 is equal to 64. So we have here square root of 64. Square root of 64 is 8. So the distance between these points is 8. Next, another example. We have here 3 and negative 7, 3 and 8. So remember, this will be your x sub 1. This is y sub 1, x sub 2, and y sub 2. So for solution, that is d equals square root So that is square root of x sub 2, that's 3, minus x sub 1, that is 3 also, squared, plus y sub 2, that is 8, minus y sub 1, that is negative 7. So minus 7 here, squared. Then let's continue solving. So now this is equal to 3 minus 3, that is equal to 0, raised to 2 plus the quantity of 8. Negative times negative is positive, so plus 7 squared. Let's continue solving. 0 squared, that is 0, plus the quantity of 8 plus 7, that's 15 squared. So we have here 0 plus 15 squared. We can just write 15 squared here. Since our exponent here is 2 and our index here is 2, though it is not written and it is invisible, we can just cancel out the exponent and the index here and also the radical symbol. So our final answer here is 15. The distance is 15. Next, we have here negative 4, 3, and 7, and 6. So remember that this is your x sub 1, this is y sub 1, this is x sub 2, and this is y sub 2. Let us have our solution here. Distance is equal to square root of the quantity of x sub 2, that's 7, minus x sub 1, that's negative 4 squared, plus y sub 2, that is 6, minus y sub 1, that's 3 squared. So this is square root of this is square root of the quantity of 7. Then negative times negative is positive, so plus 4 squared, plus 6 minus 3, that is 3 squared. So let's continue. So this is 7 plus 4, that's 11 squared, plus 3 raised to 2, that's 9. So 11 squared, that is equal to 121 plus 9. Then let's continue solving. So we have here square root of 130 because 121 plus 9 is equal to 130. Can we still simplify this, the square root of 130? What do you think? For square root of 130, there's no factors of it for us to simplify this. Why? Because um our factors that we should look for 130 is the first one should be a perfect square number and the other one is not a perfect square number, so that we may simplify the perfect square number and get the simplified version of the equation. But for this is very impossible. So our answer is square root of 130. So that's it for distance formula. I hope that you have learned something today. Just be careful with your sign and also remember and memorize the distance formula because it will help you a lot. So if you have question or clarification regarding us or about the topic, kindly message our FB page, The Honors Tutorial. Thank you and God bless.